Good evening everyone, and hello to this new championship on my channel, Formula 1 Championship. And as you can see, we are in Australia for the first round, and Magnus, the awesome F1 driver, is very happy. The reason we're in Adelaide is because the Melbourne track on NR2003 is not very good. If I'm honest, there's no stands in it, so it's just a track, and whatever I did to the INI file, it just didn't make it any better at all. So we are at Adelaide with 14 turns. It is a 2.6 mile street course, and it runs through the streets of Adelaide in South Australia. There is the 39 laps. We've got 50%. We're at 39 laps. 20 computer opponents. We're on realistic, we're on yellow flags, and we have realistic weather as well. So let's go to the qualifying. Bottas in first in qualifying, very first. Verstappen is 8/9 of eighths of a second behind, 1:10.809, 8:90. Lewis Hamilton in third on the grid. Leclerc, is it Leclerc? Is on fourth, Vettel in fifth, Ricardo in sixth, Gasly in seventh, Albon in eighth, Sainz in ninth, Raikkonen in 10th, Perez 11th, Stroll in 12th, Norris is in 13th, Kvyat 14th, Latifi is in 15th, Grosjean 16th, Ocon 17th, Russell in 18th, Magnussen 19th, and Giovinazzi is in 20th. So let's go to Bottas if we can. Let's which way do we want to go? We want to go this way, don't we? That's the way we want to go. I was going the right way, wasn't I? There you go. So there are the drivers on the track. So we will go from back. There is the Haas number 20. There's the Alfa Romeo. Williams. Renault. There's another Haas, another Williams at the back. Alfa Tauri, who used to be Toro Rosso. There is McLaren in that nice orange car. I think that was Carlos Sainz, by the way. There is Racing Point. In the pink cars, you can't miss them. Alfa Romeo, McLaren. There is the Red Bull, Alfa Tauri. There is another Renault. There is Vettel. No, sorry, there's Vettel. Is that Vettel? Yeah. No, Vettel's behind, isn't he? Vettel is number 5. Leclerc is 16. There is Hamilton, Verstappen, and Bottas at the front of the grid. So we will press play and we will get on with the race. So we're going to have the 22 full race. As you know, if you've read the description, you'll know not all the tracks are in this championship because we can't get them, or they're not working as mods. So I've had to change them a few, but when we get to them I will tell you, obviously, and you will notice that some of them are not working right. Yeah, 10 different winners, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
Drivers, start your engines!
So as this is NR2003, we are having a rolling start. You can do standing starts apparently, but I've not got a clue how to do that in the INI file, so I won't be doing that. Full pace lap as well. Looks like we've already got one driver out, and that is Gasly. He is out of the race already. Gasly out of the race, or is he just in the pits because he's got problems maybe? As the others catch up, they were left behind because Gasly obviously stalled the car on the pace lap. There is a McLaren sitting in the middle of the track for some odd reason. And now he's pushed out a Racing Point car for some strange reason. Let's hope they don't clash. We don't want to crash before the race starts. So as they line up to come to the start, and we look for the green flag, where would it be? There it is, the green flag. We have a green flag. We are go for the Formula 1 Championship in Australia. Oh! Good. We seem to be on a yellow, and drivers seem to be crashing left, right and centre for some reason. Very, very odd. Let's go to Bottas, who's at the front of the grid. Well, he was at the front of the grid. It looks like he's running in third at the moment. So we have Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris both out of the race. Raikkonen and Gasly is a lap behind. Raikkonen not a lap behind just yet. Already the pace car is out. Lap 2 of 39. We have not even had a lap of racing, and we've already had a bad crash. Wow, what a start then, Magnus. What do you think of that? First corner and they all crash. It's like real, we're watching Formula 1 for real. So it looks like Bottas is now going to catch up with the pace car, wherever the pace car is. We are still on a yellow. No one is going into the pits. And we have a green. We are off already for the green. The pace car went in. We are back out on green. Restart. Wow, that was a pretty quick restart. Didn't have a chance then to even catch my breath. So we have a pace car racing Formula 1 cars. Now this is interesting. What is the pace car doing out? And the pace car goes in. So Valtteri Bottas is in the lead with Hamilton in second. We have a lot of retirees after that crash. There is Verstappen in third. We have Leclerc in fourth place. Behind them is Lance Stroll. Then we have Ricciardo in fifth. Behind them we have the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. Then it's Russell in seventh. Giovinazzi has come down all the way back from the back of the grid down into ninth. Great race by him. Gasly in 10th, and way behind is Perez, who's in 10th. Sorry, 11th place is Ocon, who's in 11th, and then we have Kvyat in 12th, and we have Vettel running in 13th. Got caught up in that accident there. Behind him we have Albon in 14th. Pace car. And then obviously Bottas is in first. So we only have 14 cars, is that right? 15 cars racing at the moment. 15 cars left in this race. We have 39 laps in this race. So far we have done 5. Bottas leading. There is the Renault of Ocon, is it? He is in 11th place at Adelaide. There is Perez. Now Perez is running in 11th. As they both go off. The one in front of Giovinazzi, who's now racing Perez to keep that 9th spot. He was in 20th qualifying. Oh, and we have a crash. Oh, and we have a crash. Unlucky Giovinazzi. I think that's his name. I think that's how you say it. Do we have a yellow? No, they are not bringing out the yellow for that. So we just had a crash, but no one brought out the yellow flag. The the man in charge of the yellow flags decided against it by the looks of things. So we're on board with Ricardo, who is currently in 6th position, which is very, very good. The number 3 car. He is behind the number 18. Going down, I don't know the turns, the names of the turns here at Adelaide, but it is a street circuit and we are going through the city centre. 1 yellow flag so far. And we have the number 77 in the pits. That is Sergio Perez, who did a quick pit stop there. It looks like we are with Leclerc, who is in 4th place, doing very well. There is Verstappen in 3rd. Hamilton is in 2nd. And way away, doing best lap of 1:11.480 is Bottas. 1st place as he comes down 166 miles an hour to that turn, as it gets up to 170 to slow down for this very tight corner here. Currently on board with Valtteri Bottas going around Adelaide, who's in 1st place, well ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who's in 2nd. He started on pole, it looks like he could win, but we will have pit stops which could change everything. Lap 9 of 39. So it looks like Magnussen is trying to catch up with Giovinazzi, but I believe, yes, he will be lapped if Magnussen in the Haas car overtakes him. That is George Russell in the Williams, who's running in 8th. Absolutely cracking. Don't forget the point system. We are not using the NASCAR 2003 point system. We are using the official point system of the Formula 1 Championship. So it will be, you know, you get 25 points for a win, etc., etc. Like the Racing Point and Renault car are having a little bit of a race here. as we are with Ricardo, and in front of him is nothing to do with him. He's in 12th, but who's behind? Stroll is in 6th, and that Renault is in 5th place. When you are on road circuits, it's very hard to keep up with where the cars are. Now that back marker should move out of the way, but not cause an accident like that. Will we have a yellow flag? Will we have a yellow flag for that? Will one come out? Yes, we have a yellow flag. We saw the crash. We don't need to see a replay. We saw it live on screen. The pace car will come out. As we look, Norris, Raikkonen, Sainz, Grosjean, Latifi are all out, and Vettel is a lap behind. He is on the back lap. Bottas is now 4 seconds in front of Hamilton. This pace car coming out could change all that. So there goes the pace car as Bottas crashes into him, but luckily, as this game is so old, the cars fly through the pace car. But luckily, this time the pace car is actually in front of the Formula 1 cars that are chasing it. Let's hope they don't start racing each other again like they did earlier. Lap 12, Bottas is in the lead. Hamilton in 2nd. Verstappen in 3rd. Leclerc in 4th. Stroll in 5th. Ricciardo in 6th. Magnussen 7th. Russell 8th. Ocon is in 9th. And Kvyat in 10th. And we have 5 drivers out of this race, and Vettel is on the back lap, which is not good for him for the first race of the season. As I said, it is all points are the same as the real life Formula 1 Championship. The table will be done at for next episode, so you'll see who's who and where's where in the table, and I will put that up in the next race so you can see how the drivers are getting on, as we're not using the NR2003 scoring system because it's just crazy. We are going to use the official Formula 1 scoring system for this championship. Maybe a bit complicated at times, but it's a lot better than using that NASCAR point system, which is built into the system, which can't be changed unfortunately. Pace car at the moment, and it looks like we're having some pits from Bottas, Hamilton, Verstappen and Leclerc, all going into the pits at the same time, looking to get some fresh tyres and some fuel hopefully. Is there enough room from the pits? There is. Pits are either side of the pit lane, which is pretty impressive. And quite confusing. This is Adelaide, this isn't Melbourne, if you've joined us, as Bottas comes out first and Hamilton. Verstappen out. There's a Ferrari of Leclerc, and we have a crash in the pit stops. These guys need to calm themselves down. I think we may go green on this lap. I'm not sure how it's worked out on this track. As the last caution came out, they were still racing, and the pace car was out. The pace car was still out when they restarted the race, so it was a bit confusing for everyone. First day of the season, so it's first day nerves for everyone, including me. I'll keep this screen on so we know when that green flag comes back out, so then we can be sure of when that pace car comes in, or hopefully comes in. So it doesn't look like the pace car's coming in now. Looks like we're going back round again, or are we? Well, that change green down the bottom there. In progress as we come over the line. Yes, it's in green, and the pace car's had a crash. We are green, we are green. The pace cars doesn't seem to like this track very much. So we are back on the race. The pace car is going to be caught up by the Formula 1 cars again. There's definitely an issue there. Hello Fork Road, how are you this evening? There's definitely an issue with the pace car on this track, but who cares? It makes it interesting. Kaya is 139 behind the leader, Bottas. Bottas had a 4-second lead that's been taken down now due to that pit stop and that carnage that we had. But Bottas still in the lead. Hamilton doesn't seem to have enough in him to catch up. Oh, what happened there, Bottas? He goes straight back into the pits and crashed out. The pace car is not looking very good. The pace car looks crashed, by the way. As Hamilton takes the lead. Obviously, there's an issue with Rosberg's car. He has now gone into the pits. Don't know what happened there. Perhaps there is issues with this track. Did test it out, and it worked fine. But obviously it has issues by the looks of things as that pace car sits out on the track there. Let's take a look at it. So there's Bottas having issues with his car, was leading for a long time. And there is the pace car. There is the pace car. They are dead. They are dead. Well and truly dead. And there's Bottas coming out of the pits. He cannot be happy. There is a Ferrari. Let's try and find Hamilton. There is Hamilton now leading this race. He'll be very happy. And you're downloading Wreckfest. Wreckfest is awesome. One of my favourite games. Absolutely love it. You should check out another Wreckfest content creator, Ellie, ELE. Subscribe to his channel. He is epic. He plays some awesome Wreckfest. And he really messes about with the mods as well. So, leading now is Lewis Hamilton after we had a bit of a mix-up in the pits with Bottas having issues, technical issues, and going into the pits has put him way back down into 7th by the looks of things on the top leaderboard. Not sure on the live ticker below. But we do have a lot of cars out. We're racing with 14 cars, 13, 14 cars. Let's take a look. 15 cars we're racing with at the moment. Hamilton out in front. We are at Adelaide. 16 laps of 39 gone so far. So Hamilton in the lead on the live ticker. Verstappen in second. Charles Leclerc is in 3rd place. Lance Stroll in 4th, having a fantastic race. Lance Stroll. Daniel Ricciardo in 5th place. George Russell having a great race for Williams, who's in 6th. Esteban Ocon for the Renault in 7th. And there is Alexander Albon in the Red Bull running in 8th. Valtteri Bottas now in 9th place after leading for most of these 15-16 laps before this lap. Daniel Kvyat in 10th. Pierre Gasly in 11th place, 1 lap behind. Sergio Perez is a lap behind. We are now on the back markers. Antonio Giovinazzi is in 13th. He was up in 9th after he started at the back of the grid. Kevin Magnussen in 14th. Sebastian Vettel still running, but in 15th place. Not having a good race for the Ferrari driver. This is not the start for the season they wanted, as Hamilton goes wide there, as so does the Red Bull behind. So it looks like we are under caution again. It must have been a slight little dust off somewhere. As we'll go to Hamilton. I want to see what happens to the pace car again. Looks like he saved himself though, because he is driving around. We have another caution. We are on lap 18. Not many to go now. We are practically halfway there. The weather is clear. It's 88 degrees in Australia. The wind is running south at 7 miles per hour. Hamilton leading this race with Latifi, Grosjean, Sainz, Raikkonen and Norris all out of this race due to a first lap incident. As we have some guys coming for pits. Hamilton's coming in again, making the most of this as Verstappen gives him a bit of a smack up the bum. Not very nice. Let's hope that doesn't put him out. We want Hamilton to stay in the race, of course. There goes a Ferrari. I'm guessing that was Vettel. Hamilton gets his own back on Verstappen. Lovely. I like that. Have a little smack yourself, mate. Hamilton leading. Got to say, Hamilton's car does not sound good. That does not sound good. Is there issues with that car? Is he going to pull out of this race? So Sergio Perez is now out of the race. 14 cars left as the pace car comes in or crashes in, and we have a green flag to restart the race. Wow, and they all hit the dirt there, and Vettel really badly, and comes out and literally cuts up Hamilton there, as Verstappen is using this now to his advantage, pushing Hamilton out. Whoa, as they slide round that bend. There's definitely issues with grip on this track. Them cars are way too fast, as Leclerc is behind looking to pounce, as Vettel, I believe, is being told by his team principal to slow these guys up to let Leclerc catch them. So will Vettel let him past? I don't think it's going to. These roads are not very wide as we come round to the start finish line, and Verstappen goes on the inside and looks like he has taken Hamilton for the lead. Verstappen in the lead. He overtakes the 44 car of Hamilton. Now Hamilton has to get back as they slide round that corner. Leclerc in the background makes it look so easy going around there. He is definitely catching these guys, but we have a new leader in Verstappen, who is in first place now, chasing down Vettel, who is 3 laps behind. So Verstappen has made a big gap between him and Hamilton. He is now looking to catch that slipstream of Vettel and hopefully get in front of him so he can get away from Hamilton. But Vettel is definitely slowing these cars up so Leclerc can catch them, his teammate who's in third. Verstappen could make his move now down this front straight. There is the crashed pace car. If you've just joined us, don't ask, long story. As they come sliding around there, what a great drift by Verstappen as he overtakes Vettel, leaving second place Hamilton in the dust. It's now Hamilton's job to get past Vettel so he can catch up with Verstappen, but is it going to happen? Please don't say we're on another yellow. Thank God for that, we're not on another yellow. I saw the dust and I started to panic as Hamilton is running the fastest lap of the race so far, but this man Verstappen is in the lead and pushing that car to the limit. Who knew that this Red Bull had that power with that new Honda engine? On board with Verstappen then as we come into the first corner, as we drift round. You can't feel or see that back end coming out, but I bet it looked good on camera. Let's have a look who is behind him. Is Vettel still there? Yes, he is holding up Hamilton, and Leclerc has now caught up, giving him an opportunity to overtake Hamilton as well. So it looks like Hamilton has overtaken Vettel, but is that him behind or is that Leclerc? Yes, it is. Leclerc now has to get past his teammate, which I'm sure he'll let him do, so then he can make a march on Hamilton and Verstappen. Again, there was the pace car crashed out. Don't worry, it still works when it needs to. Hello the guy, how are you today? Hope you're well. Well, it should be every week really, shouldn't it? What do you think? Should we do it every week? Should we do it every day? I don't think we'll do it every day because I think that's a bit much, because we got our other championship, the Nations Cup, obviously. But I don't know, what do you think, guys? Do you think we should do this every other day maybe? Or every other week? Or every week, every Sunday night? What do you guys want? What do you want, guys? So Verstappen is in the lead. He is 1.72 in front of Hamilton. Hamilton was held up by Vettel for a long time, but this is his chance to pounce back. We are on lap 26 as two cars hit the dust on that corner. That is a very, very tight corner. If you've just joined us, we are in Adelaide for the first round of the Formula 1 Championship. We are not in Melbourne, and the reason for this is the Melbourne track on NR2003 was just a bit pants, I'm afraid. So we had to go for second best, and we've gone for Adelaide, and I'm glad we did, because it's caused some good fun, especially with a pace car crashing into the wall. You couldn't even write that. You know, you could not even script that. You know, you want it, guys, you've got it. This is what you've got. You wanted Formula 1, you requested it, you've got it. And you've got pace cars hitting walls. What more could you want on a Sunday night? Every week this is going to be, the guy has said, every week we are going to keep doing this. Every week. He has spoken, he is the man. I've changed his name from the guy, he is now God. That man rules, he has told us. Every Sunday night, guys, 9 o'clock. Formula 1 Championship, round 2 next week. You know where it is. Be Bahrain next week, won't it? It'd be Bahrain. Ooh, interesting. That track is beautiful with a capital B. As Hamilton is now catching up with Verstappen. That gap is now 0.90. Hamilton could catch him. We are on lap 28. 11 laps to go of this first round of the Formula 1 Championship. Every week we will come live from wherever the championship is being held and show you the live race. We are doing 50% races, not 100%. Only because we've done 100% races before in the past, and it does get a little bit tedious after a while. I'm not going to lie to you, I will be honest there. So 50% we worked out is pretty nice, pretty fine, and you get some decent racing out of it, and the guys on the track push harder because they've got a shorter distance to run. As we come round to the last turn before the start finish line, there is that Alfa Romeo in front of Verstappen, sorry. There is the pace car, crashed into the wall. The highlight of this race. 3 times, if you've just joined us, 3 times that pace car has crashed. As Verstappen comes up behind one of the back markers, this could slow him up now and give Hamilton the chance to overtake him. And he moves out the way. Very generously he moves out of the way, as he also, it looks like he's moving out the way for Hamilton as well, giving them both space to carry on this race. Let's have a look at the standings, the official standings at the moment. Verstappen in first place, Hamilton in second, Leclerc in third, Stroll in fourth, having a fantastic race, Stroll, as is Albon is for the Red Bull, Russell for Williams in sixth, lap behind, and we are having some pit stops. Oh no, Verstappen has crashed. He crashed on the pit stop entrance. Oh no, Hamilton's hit him. What is going to happen now? Did anyone see that? Or did I just dream that? Verstappen crashed on the pit entrance into Hamilton, and looks like Verstappen's having issues with that car. Hamilton retakes the lead. This race couldn't get any better. Honestly, I did not script any of this. This is perfect. Verstappen now in third. Hamilton miles ahead in first. 6 seconds to be exact. 7 seconds in front of Verstappen. Where is Verstappen? Is he still in the pits? There he is. There is Verstappen. What are you doing? Have you been drinking the black stuff? Have you been drinking Guinness, young man? Because that was a very bad crash. And Hamilton's just like, well, see you later, boys. I think I've just won this race. Yeah, thanks for hitting the pit stop there, Verstappen. You did me a favour, mate. And yeah, I'll see you at the finish line with a pint of Guinness, me old fella, matey, chappy boy. NASCAR's not boring, you can't say that. NASCAR's good fun. I love NASCAR, it's brilliant. At least you get constant racing all the time in NASCAR. There's the pace car. Did you see it? Did you see the pace car? Yeah, I love NASCAR, it's good fun. Good fun, especially different NASCAR, you know. I like all the crashes, and they have some proper good crashes in NASCAR. But I do like Formula 1, but sometimes I watch Formula 1 and I do get pretty bored, because do you know why? One guy constantly keeps winning, and it's this man here, Hamilton, getting a bit fed up with it. He's got the best car on the track. Of course he's going to win every race. Figure it out, guys. He has the best car on the track. If all the cars were equal and all the same, he wouldn't win every race. Just making a fact. Just pointing it out. But respect to him. He has done pretty well. He's earned a lot of money. And I have a claim to fame. I did wash his plane, because that's what I do. I'm a plane detailer. I detail planes for a living. Yeah, I washed his plane. That's my claim to fame, by the way. So lap 31, and we have Hamilton out in first spot, Leclerc in second, Verstappen in third, Albon in fourth, and Stroll in fifth. There's the pace car again as we keep going past it and giving it a wave. My favourite NASCAR driver is Jimmy Johnson. I love Jimmy Johnson. He's retiring this year. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you are right. Hamilton has the best car, and that's why he keeps winning all the time. But anyway, yeah, Jimmy Johnson, love him. What great. He is retiring this year, so I'm going to have to pick someone else. And I think I'm going to probably pick Joey Logano, because I just like his attitude. He's a nice chap. And he wants to win, but it's also about taking part, and that's exactly like Jimmy Johnson. I doubt we'll see any NASCAR or Formula 1 this year, to be fair now. I think it'll all be completely cancelled and washed up for next season, as it looks like Hamilton is having a race with Albon. He's overlapping Albon, and Hamilton goes out again. Hamilton, being the cocky little kid he is, he tries to push too hard, doesn't he? Do they hate NASCAR, do they? Yeah, that's fair enough, that's fair enough. Not everyone likes it. Me and my son love it because of Lightning McQueen, basically. That's what got us into it. I've liked it all my life, but never really got into it. I like all motorsport. But, yeah, I've got to say, since my son got into Lightning McQueen, you know, 5-6 years ago, it's just literally taken off in this household. In NASCAR, everything's NASCAR. But the problem is we'll probably never go to a race. That's the sad fact. It's so expensive to go to America. You know, we have bills to pay, things like that, so we'll probably never get there to a NASCAR race. But it is nice to watch it with my boy, and we do watch Formula 1. But he gets so bored because it is literally a routine every race at the moment. It's just the same top 10 week in, week out, and he gets pretty bored of that, I'm afraid. And, you know, I'm not going to deny that. As Hamilton comes round to lap Albon by the looks of things, but he doesn't want to push it too hard because he'll lose that front spot on the grid. Oh, and he's at the side. Could have happened to a better person. Go on, son, carry on. Yeah, wave to the pace car. He's not bothered. Brilliant. What a crash. He's still in front though. He's 4 seconds in front. He can afford to do some donuts and he'd still win. Ooh, Demolition Derby. We have Demolition Derby near where I live, like 2 minutes up the road. And I used to do it every Sunday, but since obviously things have been happening in the international world, they don't do it anymore. That probably won't happen again until next year. Like most sport, everything is cancelled. Lap 34 and Hamilton is way in front, not looking back. There is what's his name? Leclerc in second, sorry. And there is Verstappen, who had a silly little crash entering the pits, but it was hilarious, I've got to say. Absolutely. Where is Hamilton? There he is, still in first place. Nothing's happened to him. He looks like he's sorted himself out, slowed up a bit, and not pushing himself too fast, because he wants to win the first race of the season. So, are you guys all self-isolating or not? Are you just carrying on like everyone is in the UK? Just carry on like nothing's happened? Wow, you went to Watkins Glen. Oh my god, absolutely amazing. You see the dust in the background there of the race. Yeah, I'd love to go to Watkins Glen as well. And I can't remember what race it is in this championship that I'm doing, but we can't. There's a track we don't have. I can't remember where it is. I think it's Singapore. I think, don't quote me on that. So instead I've changed it to a world race and I've chosen Watkins Glen. So one of the rounds of this championship is going to be at Watkins Glen, which I thought was pretty cool, to be fair, because I've always wanted to see Formula 1 at Watkins Glen. Martinsville, wow, now that is a track. I'm awesome at that on NASCAR Heat 4. Absolutely awesome at Martinsville. In fact, if you watch my championship videos, I actually won at that track. Love that track. As we got 4 laps to go with Hamilton in the lead. I'm losing the plot here. We've got, 5 drivers on the lead lap. Everyone else behind, way behind. We've even got the number 5 car of Vettel 4 laps behind, and 5 cars out of the race. We are on, 6 cars out of the race. We've got 14 cars left fighting it out, but Hamilton is way ahead, 5 seconds ahead. I don't think anyone will be catching him up this evening, or this afternoon, as they call it in Australia. There's the can of Fosters. We could all do one of them right now. Does anyone know how the online iRacing Formula 1 race is going? I heard that it was 8 o'clock UK time, and I also heard there was a NASCAR version as well this evening, but I've not watched either. Does anyone know anything about them, how they got on, if we have any news from that at all? So we are on lap 37 of this first round of the Formula 1 Championship. I am on PC for NASCAR Heat 4. My son is on Xbox for NASCAR Heat 4 under Liam Santini. It's the tag name. It's obviously my name. But yeah, I'm on PC for NASCAR Heat 4, which is a shame because there's not much multiplayer on it, which is a shame. So I don't get to play many. I don't get to play many multiplayers on Heat 4, unfortunately. Only if I play it on the Xbox. Did he cause an accident? Did he? Awesome. Denny Hamlin won, did he? Okay, fair enough. Doesn't surprise me. He's a good driver. Was it the? It would have been the real Denny Hamlin. Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin were involved. That's good. I heard Dale Earnhardt was in it as well. Junior, of course. So it looks like Lewis Hamilton will win this first round of the Formula 1 Championship. And don't forget, the league table will be updated for you next week as we are using the official Formula 1 Championship points as Auburn behind goes off into the dust. Yes, we will be using the official Formula 1 Championship point system. We won't be using the point system from this game because it's just completely irrelevant to Formula 1, I think. So next week you will see the table. It'll be quite. You'll probably know, as you can see, there's only 4 laps on the lead lap. So you'll sort of tell who's going to get what points and who. We'll also do a Constructors Championship as well, which I think would be quite cool, just to see who wins the Constructors Championship as we come around for the last lap of Lewis Hamilton's race. Kyle Busch was there as well. Also, my son loves Kyle Busch, absolutely loves him. So Hamilton comes round to finish the lap and not peel an orange. Why do you want to peel an orange? Anyway, Hamilton comes round to win the first Formula 1 Championship race on NASCAR 2003 in Adelaide. Great win. Well done, Hamilton. You won the race. You didn't deserve to win the race. Verstappen did, but Verstappen made a mistake, and this is what happens. Hamilton, you are the winner of the first race of the season. Congratulations. So there you go, Hamilton. Leclerc come in second, Verstappen in third, Stroll in fourth. And I'm thinking that the guys Albon, Russell, Kayak, Gasly, Ocon, Giovinazzi, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Bottas, they're all changing places now, so they probably won't finish in them places when we go to the final table as the pace car comes out for some odd reason. The pace car is out. Perhaps there was a crash somewhere, and yeah, perhaps the pace car just wants to drive because he crashed so many times. He wants to show that he can actually drive a car. Maybe, don't know. Thank you. Yes, I hope people do notice my channel. That is the game. That is what we are hoping for. That's the goal. But you can't get everything in one go. You've got to work at these things and work hard, and that's what I'm intending to do. And I do enjoy this. I love this. I prefer doing this than actually playing the game. So as you'll know, that I do a Piston Cup and a Nations Cup NASCAR competition or championship. Now we're doing a Formula 1. So, but anyway, tomorrow night it is Nations Cup again, 9 o'clock. We are 6th round and we are at Pocono, and South Africa looking to win a race. America looking to win their second race of the season, as Hamilton carries on driving around doing his victory lap, as he always does. Fair play to him. Winner of the first round of the Formula 1 Championship on NR 2003. Oh, I think his car just blew up. I think Lewis Hamilton's car just blew up. Did anyone else hear that, or did I just hear it? That was pretty cool. Look at the pitmen. They're all like ready to do a dance. Do a little dance. Make it a love. Get down tonight. No, definitely don't sing. Definitely don't sing. Yes, I will be doing a Piston Cup 2. That will be starting shortly. Just getting it all ready. And Cal Weathers has now joined us, the new rookie, with his uncle, the King, retiring, as well as that bad boy in the... you know who we're on about. He's retired as well. What's his name? Yeah, you know who I'm on about. I can't even remember his names because I've been distracted. Yeah, the King's retired, and so has someone else. A lot of the drivers are retired. So season 2 we'll have some new drivers for the Piston Cup. So there you go. As you can see, we have finished the race. Hamilton finishes first, 7 seconds in front of Leclerc. And we have our next race of the Formula 1 Championship next Sunday at 9 p.m. Don't miss it. Piston Cup Season 2 will be starting soon, and it will include McQueen and Cal Weathers will be coming in as the rookie, and we have a few new cars joining as well, which should be quite interesting. So there you go. That is the first race of the season over. Chick Hicks, that's the name. Chick Hicks. Oh my god. Yeah, and we do have next gens, but they're not ready yet for the Piston Cup. So they're not ready. They're being built. So watch this space, guys. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully you can join us next week. If you can't wait that long, come and join us for the Nations Cup tomorrow night, 9 p.m. UK time, and you'll see some great racing, very close racing at Pocono tomorrow night. Thanks for watching the guy. Thanks for watching Fork Road and the awesome F1 driver as well. And anyone else I've missed, thank you for watching. If you've not named yourself on here or said anything in the chat, thank you, and look forward to seeing you soon. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe. Take care, guys. Have a nice evening wherever you are. Good luck, and may the force be with you.